Hey guys, it's Michael Todd and welcome back to The.Cult.Of.Vintage. I'm going to keep this introduction really short because it's like 88 degrees and I have the car off, so I'm already starting to sweat. We are in Williamsport, home of the Little League World Series, or baseball. Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and we are at the Goodwill. It is a larger Goodwill, at least for me. I know that the shelves are always stocked, so we're going to see if we can't get in here and find something that we can't resell. Here's hoping. Let's get inside and out of this heat. See you inside. Okay, guys, here we go. I am going to give you an overview. As you can see, the shelves are definitely stocked. And this Goodwill, the shelves are always stocked. I will give them that credit. However, the question is, are we going to be able to find anything of value within all of this? I'm going to make a little jump here. And I'm headed down the basket aisle. Now, I typically look at all these dishes. Like, seriously, even if you weren't a reseller and you were on a budget and you were looking like a college student, and I've said this before, the thrift store is a great place to go to shop for your dishes. But we're going to jump into the salt and pepper shakers. I'm really not the biggest dish seller. I will sell sugar and creamers, for example. I see these Christmas ones. I think I've seen them before, to be honest with you. They are new, but it is a really cute pattern. And then I do see this creamer. It looks like it's a mother and child in front of a tree, and that's a branch, the handle. It looks like it could be antique. It could be a Japan reproduction. The subject matter isn't the best, so I do leave it behind. And then we get into my favorite aisles. They do not, as you can tell, color code their shelves. Everything is just in with like items. Now, these mice, these are Homeco mice. Look at, he's talking on the cheese and he's talking on the corn and the other one's talking on a carrot. Like, what are you mice doing? Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're just really enjoying their vegetables. I do decide to do a quick comp on them. And I discover that, yes, there is resale value to them. As cute as they are, I'm like, no, little mice, I think I'm going to leave you here for now. So we're going to kind of check out the other knickknacks, I guess, if you will. But again, as you can tell, the shelves are stocked. Now, we do see this cute little baby planter. It is CMC. It is from 1990, interestingly enough. I guess it is still technically vintage, as disturbing as that is to say out loud. We're going to make a quick jump and check out the other side to that knick-knack aisle. Again, there's a lot to see, a lot to go through. Again, it's just kind of a question of, are we going to find anything of value? Bells. I will occasionally pick up a bell, but it's got to be a really good bell. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be any old bell. Now, I do see that green glass pitcher. It wasn't that exciting for me. I have been picking up a number of pitchers, but it just wasn't there for me. At first, I thought this was a seltzer bottle. I got excited and then I was like, oh, no, you're not a seltzer bottle. It's a something bottle. I don't know what kind of bottle, but it wasn't the kind of bottle that I wanted to buy. Now, they do have two aisles, four shelving units, I guess, of the knickknacks, and that is always typically where I start. These are the things that I personally get the most excited about so far as resale. And I think a lot of times, especially because I am doing it live on YouTube, it translates well. You're excited about an item and it gets other people excited about it. And I did see this Lefton chick, but unfortunately he had the kind of damage that just, yeah, no, it was too prevalent. Maybe if, one of his little feet or his toes were broken, we could have picked him up. But that beak, I mean, that was a pretty substantial break to it, unfortunately. It did pain me to leave him behind. Now, here we are in the, I guess, the wood or the brown aisle, if you will. Again, I know a lot of people don't particularly look in this area, the brown or the wood. Again, I really encourage you to look at all of the areas. You just never know what you may find. For example, you might find this like 1960s plastic, it is plastic, napkin holder. Now I do leave it behind. There was definitely resale value, but again, I wasn't excited about it. Now, look at all of this barware or stemware, if you will. One side, two sides. Oh my gosh, there's a lot to go through. Now, admittedly, I don't know a whole lot about drinkware. There are certain pieces that I know to look out for. For example, this is the Crazy Daisy from Pyrex. Um, it is another common pattern along with the butterflied gold. However, it just brings back a lot of nostalgia, especially the butterfly gold. For me, it is the set that my grandmother used. Again, it just gives you those warm fuzzies. Now, I did see this art glass tree. I thought it was interesting. It would make for a great Christmas piece. I'm looking it over for any chips or cracks, and unfortunately, one of the branches was chipped. It was a pretty significant chip, too, sadly. And yes, I do go back and forth. So you quite literally, you're getting the full on experience of shopping with me. I'm all over the place. Like to keep it random, keep you on your toes, folks. Now, these little rabbits, they were cute. There was some damage to the flowers. The little duck went with it. Again, damage to the flowers. It was a little too 80s. Again, I think that they're definitely, it probably would bring back some nostalgia for some people. However, I really tried to focus on that, like that 40s through like 75. That really seems to be the hottest market right now, especially for resale. Now, I do see the 80s and 90s, they are starting to really make a huge impact in the market. So do keep your eye out for them. Again, another Crazy Daisy, just randomly over here in the knickknacks. And then I find this crucifix, and I'm like, oh, but can you, will you please be? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, I have wanted one of these for the longest time. And the fact that this has the prayer candles and the glass bottle for the holy water, super excited. There was no price on it. I went up to the manager. I said, there's no price. Can you sell this to me anyhow? And she said, I'll let you have it for $1.99. I am still so amped. And with the acquisition of that crucifix, we got a basket because the holiness has broken the curse. And I was in such a good mood that I thought, you know what, little mice, I'm going to take you home. And I decided to go ahead and check out the dishes. You never know, again, what you might find. Maybe there might be an English or a Austrian majolica plate. Great subject matter. Somebody got rid of all of their Crazy Daisy, and that's not going to be the last time we see it. As a matter of fact, speak of the devil, they had like a 10-piece serving or something. I don't know. It was like a full on family. And another one. Now, I really liked the pattern. I liked the rusticness of it. It did read a little new, and it was, in fact, Sakura. It is new, but again, it's something great if you're gonna just kind of look for a little colorful piece. And there is our golden butterfly. Now, I did see this. It is a Carvel. It's it's a little creamer. I think seriously, if I had found the sugar, I probably would have picked both of those up. Again, it's really simple. It's very plain, And I think the attraction to it, look, I'm not touching the floor. I'm just bent down. I'm just going to let you know there is no way that I'm about to touch a public floor. Not going to happen. But with the Carvel, what really would have driven that would have been the nostalgia factor. Now, this is restaurant wear, and I've got to say, to me, I know this might sound weird. Look at that good, thick restaurant wear. There is nothing like the sound of restaurant wear dishes clanking together. It has a wholly unique sound to it. I don't know why I like that sound so much, but that's life. Why do we like what we like? Who knows? And boom, Christmas aisle. I love a thrift store that has their holiday out year round. Look, we are vintage shoppers. We are vintage collectors. We are vintage resellers. We know that just because it is 99 degrees out, and it did get to 99 degrees that day, I am still going to be looking for Christmas because the holiday spirit, folks, should be year round, and Halloween, and Easter, and any other holiday that you love and cherish. As a matter of fact, the reselling community, Christmas in July, it's a thing. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Keep your eye out for it, folks. I might have a wreath or two coming up for you. Now I'm going to take a peek into the bins. There were no signs that said don't put your hands in here, but there wasn't anything in there tempting me to put my hands in there, so no problem there. And I did see these napkins. I was hoping against hope that they would be vintage. They did, in fact, turn out to be new. The retail price, did you see that? The retail price was $13. Somebody spent $13 on them and couldn't be bothered to open them because they were like, I spent $13 on these. You ain't going to wipe your grab your hands on them. And then I did see this Jim Shore angel. I thought she was really pretty. I loved the coloring of it. I decided to run a quick comp. I saw two listings. One was 35 and the other one was 65. So I thought, you know what? Look at that green ribbon. I'm not the biggest Jim Shore fan, but this adorable little angel figurine really spoke to me. So I did decide to go ahead and get her. And I figure, you know what? I'm going to undercut both of those eBay sellers and I'll offer it $20. Sure will. That's how you do it, folks. And here we're walking down what I lovingly refer to as the junk drawer aisle. You never know what you're going to find. Like, for example, a yellow screaming mug man. Yeah. It was odd. It was unique. It kind of was very like Danish mid-century to me. So I was a little excited. And yes, I did in fact peel the sticker off. And it says Cordon Bleu. And I'm like, really though? So I run a quick comp. And it turns out that mouth is where you would stick your cookie. And then, of course, you have your coffee or tea. It would be a cute little planter. I think you could do something fun with it. Cute for an office desk. They were running about $8 to $25. So, yeah. I really wasn't willing to, because of what? It was like $3 or $2. So the profit there, because you'd want to try to undercut your other eBay listings. I know, isn't that shady? But that's business, folks. It just wasn't worth the $4. So I decided to leave him there. And speaking about checking every area, I do sometimes go through the records. I don't spend a lot of time. I just kind of flip through them very quickly. I don't go record by record by record. There is significant value, a lot of you know, on vintage and antique records and vinyls. This is the original broadcast to the Music Man. I did look it up. It is, again, it's one of those things where the listings go anywhere from $10 up to $35. I guess it just depends on the seller, how much maybe they spent for it. Again, resale value, just not really wanted to spend the time. That lamp has been here at least for 2 months. Why hasn't it ended up in the bins? I don't know. Again, we're in the electronics aisle. I have zero interest in buying or reselling electronics, but again, it's worth the look. You never know what might get stuck here. For example, here is this frosted glass lamp with a blue floral on it. It is a transfer. It is not hand painted. It wasn't $5. It was just some yard sale sticker. But again, it's just an example of what you might find if you look. That was my basket on the floor. You know, that could have been a Fented hand painted satin glass bud vase. And if it was like $3, I would have picked it up. But it was there in the electronics. And I did decide to go ahead and film the frame slash artwork. Truth be told, I've only sold like 2 or 3 pieces of, I guess, if you will, artwork. Those typically are more so because they are sticking out. I don't really rifle through the frames. As you can see, it would take at least 30 to 40 minutes. Again, if you have the time, I say check it out. You never know. You might find a great antique frame. It's worth it. You just never know. And a jump. Now, I did find these Carvel Hall steak knives by Burdell. They were in the packaging. Look at, they are like brand new. Nobody ever used them. I'm thinking the Sharpie up top, it may have been like an anniversary. It might have been the date of the wedding, 3/17/52. I ran a comp and there was value. And then I just randomly saw this uranium glass floral transfer console bowl. And there is some wear to the gold detailing, but I love a good uranium piece. I can't turn it up for $4. There is value to it. And I did have my flashlight. It's glowy. Don't we all just love that uranium glow? Well, guys, here is our basket shot. That wouldn't fit in the basket. So the uranium bowl, the Jim Shore angel, the prayer cross, the 3 Homeco mice, as well as the knives. I'm really pleased with the things that we found. Not a lot, but still good. We'll wrap it up in the car. Well, guys, that was it. And I gotta say, that is the most that I have found in a Goodwill in a hot minute. You guys have been along with me, so you can certainly testify to that. I am so excited that I found I know there's some debate. Is it a last rites? Is it a prayer set? It could be either, I guess, but the crucifix with the candles still in their cellophane and the bottle for the holy water. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited about that. I have wanted that for a hot minute. I can't believe that I found it in the wild at a thrift store price. Super excited about that. And the mice I think are cute. There's definitely some value on them. That Jim Shore angel, that's probably the most valuable thing that we found. Maybe the uranium transfer floral bowl. I think that's really pretty, especially for the spring. Just putting some simple bowl filler in there or just leaving it by itself. What else did we get? Oh, the steak knives. Totally branching out there. There's some value on them. So I'm kind of excited to see if maybe during a live sale, people do think that they're valuable, whether that's on YouTube or Instagram. Who knows? So anyhow, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's shop along video. I'm happy. I'm happy with today's trip. Can't complain. So until next time, guys, remember, keep it rusty, keep it dusty, and keep it crusty. Bye, guys.